Hey and welcome to Neverwinter with Aragon. So with the combat rework just around the corner, our bonding runestones shall no longer be relevant. Along with that, there shall be a whole rework to how we want to set up our character. Power will now be capped, so we can no longer go ahead and stack as much as we can, as that was the meta before all of these changes. Therefore, a lot of our radiant enchantments and also empowered runestones are now going to be rendered fairly useless since we are going to have too many of them. Currently on an endgame build for both tanking, healing, and DPS, we literally just have radiant enchantments everywhere, in our defense slots and our offense slots, and empowered runestones for our companion gear, as long as we're not running an active companion build, like with Xuna or with the chicken. Therefore, what have Cryptic Studios done to compensate us for this? Well, let's go ahead and see. On the preview currently now, we have the exchange vendor. We have her pretty much in her finalized state of how it's going to go over to the live server. And let's go ahead and see what options are available to us. So here she currently is. She just recently got a rework and got basically changed to what she can offer. If we go ahead and look at her, she will exchange us the regular, those Eldritch Runestones, PowerPoint tokens, along with some Tranquil enchantments, and those Leeching insignias. And then we finally go over to our Bonding Runestones. Yes, we should now be able to exchange them. You can see I currently have 55 of them there. That was from opening the Forsaken lockbox and getting the trade bars and purchasing them while we could from the trade bar store. So with those bonding runestones that shall no longer be relevant in the game anymore, you shall be able to directly exchange them for either an enchantment or a runestone choice pack. So when we go ahead and purchase one of these, we can see it's in our inventory here. However, it will have the bind account status, so you won't be able to sell anything available in here. Along with that, you'll also be able to go ahead and exchange your bonding runestones directly for astral diamonds. And now this is not rough astral diamonds, it's pure astral diamonds. So when you go ahead and open this box, you will straight up obtain that 2.6 million astral diamonds, making a rank 15 bonding runestone worth that equivalent in astral diamonds. And you can do that then for all of the different ranks there, all the way down to your final rank 1 there. And that'll be it. They shall remove all the places where you can actually obtain bonding runestones. So other than there being a whole load of them on the auction house for people trying to sell them, you won't be able to get them anymore. They're just trying to remove them entirely from the game. So looking in our inventory here, we obtained this choice pack for runestones and enchantments, and we obtained this astral diamonds. So look at my astral diamond count here, and I'll go ahead and open this and we'll obtain that direct amount of astral diamonds, the pure astral diamonds, not any of this rough astral diamond nonsense. And with that choice pack, yes, you can literally go ahead and obtain any enchantment that's in the game there, from your single stats, double stats, even to your triple stats, all the way down to our different runestones here. This being all of the ones available that are currently going to give you anything within the game. So, not only bonding runestones are you able to trade, you can also, yes, go ahead and trade radiance and empowered runestones. Looking here, yes, again, you can go ahead and exchange all of your radiant enchantments directly for these choice packs, where you can exchange it for any enchantment or any runestone. But again, these packs are bound. You can see I currently have here some Radiant Enchantments rank 15 unbound and some account bound ones, along with Empowered Runestones unbound and account bound ones. And I'm going to see what does it prioritize, because looking down here, it totals I have 13 Radiant Enchantments. That means it doesn't seem to distinguish between account bound and your unbound ones. And it's the same there with the empowered ones. And yes, of course, you can go ahead and exchange these all the way down to rank 6, this being the Radiant Enchantments, and with the Runestones similarly all the way down to rank 6. So if we go ahead and claim a choice pack with one of our Radiant Enchantments, we go ahead and claim it, you can see it will default to using your already bound one rather than using your unbound ones. And this makes sense. It would be an outroar for some if it went ahead and claimed your unbound ones first. And then with the Runestones, let's check if it's the same. We claim it, and yes, it uses the bound one before the unbound ones. And then we gain those enchantment and runestone choice packs there. So they all should stack up. And you won't be able to sell these, however you will be able to trade them between your characters. And with them you can literally obtain any enchantment from within the game and any runestone from within the game. So that's pretty much all the options she gives us. It doesn't seem like they're going to give us the option to trade in our weapon enchantments for alternate versions, which is unfortunate because similar to radiant enchantments and empowered enchantments, there were only a select few weapon and armor enchantments which were best. However, they should still similarly remain the same, except for, at its current state, the Vorpal enchantment. My god, it's in a terrible state. All it gives at max rank 15 is only 4% critical strike chance. So if I were you and you wanted to have the ability to exchange your weapon or armor enchantment, then I would go on the forums and make a fuss about it. There's nothing I can really do, so if you go raging in the comment section, there's nothing I can help you with. I'm sorry. But really, do I recommend using the exchange vendor? Well, all things considered, if you're a new player and you just got enchantments, etc., and now the value of them has dropped considerably and they're no longer overly useful for your build, then yes, you might want to go ahead and exchange them. However, keep in mind, when you do exchange them, they become bound to your account, making their value pretty much equal to nothing, because you won't be able to sell them anymore. You won't be able to sell them and gain that astral diamond amount back. Whereas when something's unbound, you can always go ahead and sell it again and reclaim at least some of the astral diamonds which you spent on it originally. However, if you've just hit endgame and you really need to keep up with the metas of what enchantments to run, etc., you also might want to consider exchanging your enchantments. But however, I would highly recommend using some of your methods to get more astral diamonds and purchasing newer ones rather than directly exchanging them and making them bound. But if you know they're going to be enchantments which you are never really going to need to sell, then you may as well have them bound. Like for me, when I first started out, and when mod 16 came along, I went ahead and changed a whole variety of enchantments over to the different types. I literally went on the auction house, bought some dirt cheap ones, and went and exchanged them to enchantments I needed for my build. And I did the same for a weapon enchantment, and that's the reason why my Vorpal is originally bound. And for those of us who already have bound enchantments, exchanging them for other bound enchantments is not going to make one bit of a difference, so you may as well go ahead and do so. And you may as well go ahead and exchange those bound enchantments for these choice packs, and if you don't particularly need the enchantments right then and there, you can always just wait. One thing I will mention is this exchange vendor is limited time. Originally they have said that she will only be here for 2 weeks after the changes go live, but we have been pressing for at least to be available for a month. So that's going to be it for this video, just explaining over what you'll be able to exchange when these changes go live. And I'm not sure exactly when these changes will go live. It has been said it will be before mod 20, so we don't just get a whole chunk of content in the one go. However, these overall changes shouldn't impact you too much, especially if you're not an endgame player. So hopefully this was somewhat insightful, and if I presented this well, consider leaving the video a like, and if you're new around here, consider subscribing. And we'll see you guys around. Goodbye for now.